Welcome to Dr. Mary Travelbest's Solo Travel Guide. This is for women like you who need a little extra support traveling the world, one woman at a time. I've been traveling independently since 1972. Please share this podcast with your parents, future travelers, and you're going to help make their trips the very best, like Travelbest. In this episode, the FAQ is, how many California missions are there? And the destination is Mission Santa Clara, California. Today's mistake is purchasing a slip in Italy was a misunderstanding, and travel advice is stretch. So the FAQ from Lana, how many missions are there in California? The answer is 21. There are a total of 21 missions in California's historic mission trail. All of these 3 missions, they're on a path, and they're all located on or near Highway 101, which roughly traces El Camino Real, the Royal or the King's Road, named in honor of the Spanish monarchy, which financed the expeditions into California in the quest for the empire. And so today our destination is one of those missions. It's Mission Santa Clara. It's located at 500 El Camino Real, Santa Clara, California, 95053. This is open to the public 24/7 on a college campus, Santa Clara, a Catholic university near San Jose, California. I visited in 2022 by myself on a personal mission to discover the importance of it. This dates back to the 1700s, and from a historical point of view, I thought it had great value. I learned a lot about the personal sacrifices that those who built it had to endure. When you drive here, using a phone map like I did, you can park on a nearby street for free, and there's no fees to walk around. First thing you should do is go to the visitor center. You're on your own tour guide here. You can also look for the bell tower. That is central to the experience. The hitching posts, the carriage steps, and history will greet you upon arrival. And you'll see memorial crosses like the Martyrs of El Salvador, which is 6 Jesuit priests, their housekeeper, and her daughter, who were murdered in 1989 for public support of the poor. So here's what I learned while exploring solo. This mission is the 8th mission in the chain of Franciscan missions established by Padre Junipero Serra. It was the first founded on January 12, 1777 on the banks of the Guadalupe River, and was the first to be named by a woman. Flood, fire, and earthquake forced 5 relocations until this site was selected in 1822. And then when Mexico seceded from the Spanish Empire, the mission fell into decay, and in 1851 they planned to turn it into a college, which is what we know today. Santa Clara College was the first college in California. Even today, this mission is the spiritual hub and the student chapel for the community at Santa Clara University. It's about 40 miles south of San Francisco, and the main garden has tree roses and willow trees, known as the Alameda. The bell tower that I mentioned earlier was the original bells, and it was sent from Spain. So I was there in January and was still beautiful. Every season, it's going to be nice. You're going to see chapels and statues, and there's even a wisteria arbor that's 140 years old. That made me think about how long is our legacy versus a plant life. So the show notes have phone numbers if you wish to call in advance. And now for today's mistake. Purchasing a slip in Italy was a misunderstanding. This happened to a friend of mine. She told me this story. She tried to shop in Italy, and she was hoping to purchase a slip. But instead, the people who she spoke to gave her underpants. So don't use the word slip in Italy, or people will think you mean underpants. And now for today's travel advice. Stretch whenever you can, whenever possible. So if you put your effort into stretching a lot, your body will thank you. It also feels really good when you do. So give yourself a stretch a few times a day, especially when you're traveling. You'll find it really makes a difference. I want to bring meaning to your travels, so send a question or travel tip to info@drmarytravelbest.com. we can connect on my website, Facebook page, group, or Instagram. And you can subscribe on YouTube. You can connect with me on Twitter. Find my book series on Amazon. And you'll see show notes here for more detail.